Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Fertility Confidence Podcast. And this is our first segment of what we're calling Ask Kelsey. Maybe we'll change the name eventually. I don't know. But I'm really excited to bring this into the podcast where I'm basically going to be taking questions from you, from listeners, from our Instagram followers, from our Be Hormonally Confident Facebook group members, questions from you guys, and answering them here in a very specific, succinct way to get you the information that you need without any of the BS circling around on the internet. So this is our new fun segment that we're going to do on the podcast, and I'm super excited to bring you this first iteration of Ask Kelsey. So our first question is, why do I get egg white cervical mucus but not ovulate? And I loved this question because we actually see this all the time inside Fertility Confidence Method. So I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of how to properly track your cycle and what is egg white cervical fluid. If you have no idea what we're talking about, scroll back to old episodes, make sure that you subscribe. There's lots of good information on how to properly track your cycle and what to know about your vaginal discharge to know when you're potentially ovulating. But let's answer, why do I get egg white CM and not ovulate? First and foremost, egg white cervical mucus actually comes from a rise in estrogen in the follicular phase of your cycle, and it triggers your cervix to make the egg white cervical fluid. So your hormones are fluctuating, your estrogen is building. That's exactly what we want to happen. But if you aren't seeing that shift in your temperature, you likely aren't building enough follicular phase hormones to actually trigger ovulation. So essentially your body is trying, but it's not quite getting there. Now, you might notice you see egg white cervical fluid multiple times before you actually ovulate. And if that's you, the rule of thumb that I tell our clients is to just treat every day that you have egg white cervical fluid as potentially the moment. Potentially one of those times is going to be when you ovulate. Once you see your temperature rise, you're going to know, yep, I ovulated, awesome. We timed based on our mucus. We're good to go. We had an opportunity this cycle. If you aren't seeing that temperature shift, if we're confirming that you have not ovulated, we actually need to investigate why that's happening. We need to look at day 3 hormones. We need to dig in a little bit deeper to other causes as to why you may be ovulating. But the sign that you're getting egg white cervical fluid is a good sign that your body's trying. It just maybe isn't quite getting there. And so now the investigation begins into what's next. So that's it. That's all for our first segment of Ask Kelsey. And I'll see you guys next week.